Welcome to this explainer. We're skipping the usual intro today because we're diving straight into something absolutely staggering. We are looking at what is slated to be the Vrindavan Chandrodaya Mandir, world's largest Hindu temple. This is a project that is literally redefining the skyline of devotion. It's huge, it's unprecedented, and we're getting right into it. 700 feet. Let that number really sink in for a second. That is 70 stories straight up into the air. This dizzying planned height is setting the structure up to be the absolute tallest religious monument in the entire world. When you think about traditional spiritual architecture, you probably picture these grand, sprawling complexes stretching endlessly across the ground, right? Well, this project is flipping that idea entirely on its head. We're talking about a vertical city of devotion reaching right up into the clouds. So it's a completely fair question. How exactly is the world's tallest religious monument being built? Especially in the ancient traditional town of Vrindavan, India. I mean, this is a place famous for narrow, winding streets and centuries of history, not modern skyscrapers. In this explainer, we're going to unpack the sheer scale, the hidden engineering, and the rich cultural vision behind this modern megastructure. We'll see exactly how ancient philosophy is driving some seriously cutting-edge 21st century construction. To truly wrap your head around this massive scale, just think about India's historic Qutub Minar. It's an architectural giant in its own right, but this new temple, it'll be nearly 3 times its height. It's a total vertical shift for Hindu temple architecture. Pushing a stone and concrete monument into the sky like this is a mind-bending physical challenge, because to build something this unbelievably tall and heavy, you actually have to start incredibly deep underground. Part 1. Engineering a mega monument, building an earthquake-proof skyscraper. Now, the big question here is how you actually secure a 700-foot, 70-story monument in an earthquake-prone region of North India. This area sits near some pretty significant fault lines, so seismic activity is a real everyday threat. Well, the secret to this massive tower's survival lies entirely out of sight, locked deep beneath the surface. The sheer engineering ambition here is absolutely staggering. The temple's foundation is rooted in an incredible 55 meters deep into the earth. To put that into perspective for you, that is actually 5 meters deeper than the foundation of Dubai's Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world. This extreme depth is an absolute must because the structure sits near the sandy, shifting banks of the Yamuna River. You need that massive anchor to stabilize all that vertical weight against the forces of nature. Designed by a top U.S. engineering firm working with a team of global experts, the sheer volume of materials holding this thing up is just mind-boggling. We're talking about over 500 massive piles, each a full meter wide, driven straight down into the deep earth. That framework is then packed with 4.5 million cubic feet of concrete and 19,000 tons of reinforcement steel. But get this, it's not just about rigid strength. It's about flexibility. Equipped with advanced shock-absorbing foundations and high-tech seismic isolation systems, this isn't just built to withstand a massive 7.5 magnitude earthquake. It is quite literally engineered to flex, survive, and last for generations. Part 2. Inside the Grand Complex. High-speed elevators and lotus domes. Okay, let's step inside, because the interior offers this completely unique blend of ancient tradition and futuristic amenities. Imagine walking in and hopping into high-speed elevators traveling at a rapid 8 meters per second, just rocketing you into the sky. Above you, there's a dazzling lotus-shaped glass dome that glows brilliantly on moonlit nights, acting like a beacon for the whole region. Inside the tower, you're immersed in a 4D light and sound show, mapping out the universe's planetary systems based on Vedic texts. And the grand finale? A 70th floor viewing gallery equipped with high-powered telescopes. Up there, towering over the landscape, you can actually spot the Taj Mahal 80 kilometers away on a clear day. No way, right? Meanwhile, down on the lower levels, the Grand Central Temple Hall is built to host a massive 5,000 devotees all at the same time. This vast echoing space stretches across 4 primary temple wings, and each one is carefully dedicated to specific deities like Radha Krishna and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It's brilliantly designed to ensure that even with thousands of daily visitors pouring in, the space still feels expansive, accommodating, and deeply reverent. It's a perfect blend of massive crowd management and spiritual intimacy. Moving on to Part 3, Forests and Social Welfare. Recreating Brij Bhumi. To truly understand the why behind this mega project, we have to talk about the philosophical concept of yukta vairagya. It perfectly explains why a modern skyscraper is being built for such an ancient tradition. Basically, Yukta Vairagya is the practice of taking the absolute best of what the modern world has to offer. Think advanced structural engineering, sleek glass facades, high-speed tech. But instead of using it for personal wealth or corporate power, you use it entirely in the service of spiritual devotion. It is the ultimate synthesis of the material and the divine. And this exact philosophy was practically sparked by a specific vision way back in 1972 from Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of ISKCON. During a lecture, he noted the global obsession with building skyscrapers, and he suggested, hey, why not harness that exact human ambition and structural ingenuity to build a towering structure for Krishna? That single provocative thought laid the groundwork. It was the visionary catalyst for the monumental, skyline-defining architecture we're seeing take shape today. Right at the base of this towering structure, there's going to be a sprawling biodiversity park that meticulously recreates the 12 ancient forests of Braj. It's literally designed to be an oasis. Imagine stepping out of a futuristic high-speed elevator and instantly wandering into lush green pastures filled with cascading waterfalls, serene lotus ponds, and musical fountains. It's such a brilliant juxtaposition. It's designed to transport visitors back thousands of years to the pastoral era of Krishna, right at the foot of a 21st century skyscraper. But it's not all just aesthetics and architecture. This entire complex operates as a massive hub for community service. Integrated right into the campus is the Annadan Hall. This is a massive social welfare initiative that dramatically expands on food distribution programs that have already served literally billions of meals worldwide. It ensures that sadhus, visiting pilgrims, and the local underprivileged community get nourishing sattvic meals every single day. It seamlessly weaves critical social welfare right into the temple's daily mission. Part 4. Global Temple Giants Compared, where VCM fits in history. When we zoom out and look at the global landscape of monumental religious sites, a really fascinating contrast emerges. Historically, grandeur meant spreading outward. Take Cambodia's majestic Angkor Wat, for example. It dominates in horizontal sprawl, covering an absolutely massive 402 acres. Over in the west, BAPS Oxfordam in New Jersey pushes a similar horizontal scale across 183 acres. But Vrindavan, it completely rewrites this historical paradigm. It pushes the boundaries of vertical density, soaring 210 meters high on a relatively compact 5.5-acre footprint. It's proving that the future of monumental architecture might not be about how much land you can cover, but how high you can reach. Part 5. The Road to Completion. Timeline of a Mega Structure. Building something this unprecedented takes immense patience and a literal army of dedicated workers. After a decade of massive foundational and structural work, which originally started when the foundation stone was laid by the President of India back in 2014, the finish line is finally coming into sight. The first major sections, known as the South Block, are set to launch and open up to the public in 2026. And the grand finale, the complete towering 70-story spire, and those fully recreated ancient forests are targeted to welcome the world by 2028. So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a thought to chew on. When the world's tallest Hindu temple finally opens its doors, how will this bold fusion of 21st century verticality, cutting-edge engineering, and ancient devotion change the way we build our most sacred spaces going forward? Does reaching higher into the physical sky actually bring us closer to what matters down on the ground? It is a fascinating structural and spiritual shift. Thanks so much for watching, and stay curious.